Adding a printer to your computer. Here at Groveton, we allow you the ability as an administrator on your computer to add printers. The key is knowing two things: the IP address of that printer, as well as where to find the drivers to install that printer on your computer. So let's go through the basic steps. So step one, I want to make sure that I have access to the teacher resource folder. So if I double click on my computer, I notice that right here I have the teacher resource folder, and that's going to be important because that's where we have saved all of the drivers for the printers needed to install here at Groveton. So we've checked that we have access to the teacher resource folder. Now we're going to find the install button. So let's go to Start, Settings, Printers and Faxes, and I click. Here I want to add a printer, so I'm going to find the Add a Printer button and click it. It's going to take us through a wizard installer. We're going to hit Next. Here we want to make sure that we choose the selection Local Printer attached to this computer. We do not want to automatically detect, so do not check this box. Make sure you've checked the top Local Printer attached to this computer and hit Next. Here we want to choose the selection Create a New Port at the bottom. We want to make the selection of the standard TCP IP port in the drop-down menu, and then hit Next. Then hit Next. This is the important part. We need to enter the IP address of the printer. To do so, you can access the IP address by printing the menu or the print configuration on the printer, or it might be written on the printer itself. If you can't find the IP address of the printer, you could ask your SPIT or TSPEC to help you. So for example, let's enter this IP address of the printer. Once I know the address, I hit Next and then Finish. It's now going to hopefully find the printer. Once it's found the printer, it's going to ask us to find the drivers. Here it provides us a large selection of drivers available, but a lot of times it's not in here, the ones that we need. So we're going to go to Have Disk. From here, it's going to ask us to tell us where the installed disks are. We're going to click Browse, and then we're going to the Teacher Resource folder where we look to make sure we had access to. And in the Teacher Resource folder, there is another folder for software. And in software, there is a folder for printers. Inside the printer folder, there are all the drivers for the different printers here at Groveton. Find the printer name that you have in your room. For most of the classroom printers, it's the 1320N. Other classroom printers are listed here: the HPs, the LaserJets, the Ricoh copy machines in the main office. Okay, so let's install this 1320N. It's a classroom computer printer. Now it gives you a bunch of different options. You want to choose the one that fits your computer. For example, this says 1320. Okay, for this we just need to hit auto run. If it's got multiple, an auto run is an option. But you want to choose the INF file with the name or number of your printer. So I'll select that, hit open, press OK. It's going to possibly list the drivers here. You might have to select the individual driver that matches your printer. Hit Next, change it, giving it the room number that you're located. Make it default if you want it to be directly attached to your computer and print to that all the time. Hit Next. You do not want it shared, but you do want to print a test page, and then hit Finish. It'll install the drivers and then print the test page. Have fun adding printers.